Hi. So today I'm going to be playing Cupid, a visual novel. Yeah, this is my first time doing something like this, so I hope you enjoy.
Thank you for joining me on this journey. I am going to be playing Cupid. So here's your warning on the screen right here. Mature filter is on by default. The feature can be turned on or off anytime during gameplay in the options menu. Please be reminded that this game is unsuitable for players under the age of 16 years, even with the mature filter on. Let's go hard. Let's go off. I'm really digging this art in particular. This is really pretty. This is a pretty intro.
I had no idea that the Cupid sounds, like the sounds from the game, were a lot louder than my voice. Prepare yourself, headphone users, because it's about to get real loud. Because I'm not
Okay,
confident.
sorry about that. Now, let's start. I love you. Oh, wait. Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anyone. My poor child. How much did they hurt you this time? How much did you suffer? Did they kick you and wound you while you declined? Did they blame you for being too friendly? Oh, wait, I think I know this story. Did they laugh at your face when you begged them to stop? Serves you right for being the brainless slut you are. You deserve that pain. Savor, rejoice. It is your penance. Your punishment for not listening to your mother. I warned you, didn't I? There is no one else who understands you more than me. No one will protect you but me. No one will love but me. After all, how could anybody love something so monstrous like you? Don't cry, my darling. It's alright. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. Oi! Great priest. My goodness, child. What happened? A girl cowered behind the door of the church, her clothes soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She shifted her head upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. The priest rushed forward to help her up. My child, what happened to you? He ushered her to a pew. Easy now. Lean on my arm. The girl did not speak at all, despite his questions on her welfare. Thankfully, she did not seem to be hurt anywhere else, apart from the deep wound on her leg. But the fear in her glassy eyes were palpable. Sorry. She flinched every time he touched her. The priest brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic. He wrapped her shivering shoulders with cold rose. Did someone hurt you? Were you attacked? You can tell me. We shall call the constable and have them face justice. The girl didn't say anything. It's fine. The priest looked at the dirty, disheveled girl. Even with all the mud and grime smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. How old was she? 16? 20? Her face was so young, her eyes captivating. When he realized his own thoughts, he steered his mind towards other matters. You don't have to say anything if you're uncomfortable. No matter what happened, know that you are safe here. Nobody can hurt you anymore. Oh, with missing a word, thus shook his head. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the priest. Upset at how this young girl seemed to carry bruises too easily, too conveniently. It was obvious that her physical wounds were the least of the damages she carried. He sighed as he finished treating her wound. What could he say to comfort her? Would she even believe him? He must think that the world is a cruel place. And it is. It is. One cannot deny the very depths of cruelty we humans reflect on each other. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background. I can't do anything with it. But please do not lose hope on the goodness of people. It is there. I promise you. As there are people who harm, there will be people who love. The girl fidgeted. She mumbled to herself, seemed to chew her tongue before she sputtered out the words. God. Will God love me even though I am sick? The priest beamed. Oh, of course not. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at voices, so they might, vary. I'm trying. He sat close to her, his heart beating with hope. The years of spiritual training were for this, was it not? For her. To save the wayward sheep caught in the brambles. To care for a dejected soul in need of guidance, protection, and love. Love. What are we but pieces of coal polished to be gems in His grace? God's love is unconditional, enduring, and pure. It is all you need, my darling. He drew closer. Even if you are hurt, God's love will heal you. God's love will provide. God cannot protect me. What? With this utterance, the priest came to his senses. In his frenzy for gospel, he did not notice his hand on the girl's thigh, planted lazily as if it had been there all this time. He snatched it away in shock. When did he? The priest stood up. A sudden blood rush made him feel sick. I must be unwell. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him? Or to someone else? Her hair hid her face innocently, but the shadows on its surface made his insides coil as he stared at her. This feeling, it was fear. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest gathered himself. He wiped sweat off his brow. You are not to be blamed for this. I will. The priest cleared his throat. I will have one of his sisters assist you. In the meantime, please rest. With this, the man left. The The girl remained seated on the pew, her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I say my piece, surely. Yes, yes, mother. But he's so very kind. Haven't you learned your lesson, idiot? I fear for your safety. Oh, wait a minute. I can choose. Okay, I'm gonna go soft. Child, follow mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it is cold outside, mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? I'm gonna go the softest route. If you're going for hardcore, leave a comment and maybe I'll go hardcore next time. I suppose you can. But you must be wary of everyone in this church. Do you understand? You are so weak, my darling. You give my heart so much pain. I'm sorry, mother. I will try my best to stay out of trouble. How am I going to mind you like this? You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. You're so mean. We're gonna go soft. My stupid little girl. Always a blight, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? This do be sounding a little like Stockholmy, even if it is her mom. Sheesh. I'm sorry, mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right, after all. She was always right. Everything was her fault. Her fist shook with a mixture of fear and conviction. She had to do penance. Mother, give me strength. There is something I wish to do. The girl rose from the pew. In front of her was the altar, and on top of the altar was an ornately decorated cross. It was as wide as her head, and the tip of the cross had been crafted such that it was razor sharp. She whispered a prayer, the same one she has taught herself ever since she could speak, a prayer of contrition, of penance and sorrow. Lord, have mercy on me, a poor unfortunate soul. Extend your mercy on my heart, so I may not sin no more. That sounds like a double negative, doesn't it? She knelt in front of the giant cross, staring at the deity's face, contorted in torment and agony. Pain. Pain was good. Pain washed away your sins and made you pure. Don't tell me. You're quite sure you're doing this. The girl's arm trembled ever so slightly. What other way is there for me to atone? She picked up the cross. Oh, my darling daughter. Mother is proud of you. Slowly she brought the sharp end close to her face. so close that it hovered above her left eye. And with a final gasp of breath, she... Oh my gosh. She didn't! Why? Chapter 1, The Star and the Rose. Okay, what a tone shift! Did she just blind herself in one eye just for whatever happened? Oh my gosh. This is... What? Okay, Scorpio in tattered clothes peeked through the open gates of Chateau de Saumur, where an afternoon party was being held. People from high-class estates strolled around the manufactured gardens, chatting and laughing. There were beautiful men and women clad in silk and velvet, their necks adorned with pearls and jewels. A variety of food was displayed on the tables. The girl stared at the exquisitely arranged plates. She hadn't eaten properly for the past few days. Are you hungry, child, or is hunger? Well, I don't know what she's doing there anyway. Are you hungry, my dear? Rose girl. Yes, mother. Don't you worry. Mother will provide. You do not need those high-class foods anyway. They will upset your stomach. Probably, actually. Now we've stayed long enough. Let us leave. Surely we can look around for a bit. It is still a little early. There was something else that called to her, other than the party itself. She walked to and fro from the gates, peeking at the crowd. Despite Mother's urgings to leave, the girl dared to stay a little longer. Just a tiny glance would be enough. The girl smiled at the thought of him. Oh. Okay. I mean, I guess. The owner of the chateau. The Marquis de Goutte. I'm gonna say de Goutte. His charity was well known in town. He was kind to the townspeople, from the lowest beggar to the common townfolk. Parties of the noble born were usually private affairs, exclusively to the other nobles. But the Marquis's parties were always open to the public. Oh, that's actually gonna be there. That makes sense. She would sell roses to the manor sometimes. Oh, that's why she's called Rose Girl, because she sells roses. He probably calls her Rose Girl. Whenever the Marquise was around to meet her, I feel like that's not right. Like, that's not the right tense. Whenever they were, I think the right tenses were. Anyway, he always handed her food and extra coins. But more than that, the fact that the Marquise acknowledged her presence. To a poor and forgotten rose girl like her, it was more than she could ask for. Oh, is that a blush? Is that a blush I see? This man. The rose girl flinched. You're enamored by him. He is the same with everyone. I don't care for him. I feel like that's the softer option. I do not care for him. I wish you would stop ogling some man like a common fool. Her mom is so mean. Well, I don't even know if she's there. She's just in her head. Oh my gosh, I'm very interested. I just want to see him, Mother. What for? What good does his presence do you? He makes me feel like there are still good people in the world, Mother. I'm kind of split on this one. It is hard to say, of course, dear. We do not know the real intentions of people. Facts. No one can hope that real charity exists. But even good people will always put their needs first. There. Even your precious Marquis. Is it Marquis or Marquise? Is it supposed to be like Marcus? I don't know. Do you think I'm a good person, Mother? Sure. Of course, child. You are special. Haven't I raised you as such? I have tried my best, my dearest. Oh, I'm getting a little heavier than I wanted it to. Whoops. Yes, Mother. You keep me right. Their voices changed again. I'm sorry. I love you. The girl stared at her shoes and looked around for a bit, hoping for a glance before she left. Whenever she was hungry, it seemed her feet always took her here, to him. A habit? Nevertheless, there was no harm in looking. She would never enter the Marquis's world. The rose girl searched the crowd. There he was, entertaining his guests in the midst of the party. He turned his eyes in her direction and offered a nod. Her heart skipped a beat. A light, warm feeling filled her, akin to drinking a cup of hot soup. As he went on to entertain his guests, the rose girl smiled to herself quietly, content to take her leave. Rich Lady 1. Let me think.
My, is this creature deaf as well as dumb?
Oh, I actually hate that. But I'm sticking with it. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Rich Lady 2.
Poor thing. Little girl.
It kind of low-key sounds like,
And your little dog, too.
what's her name? The Wicked Witch of the West. Oh wait, that's not her. I forgot the other lady's name. The one that's like supposed to be the Wicked Witch of the West though. A voice called to the rose girl. She gasped. Somebody else had noticed her presence. She picked up her feet and scattered to the exit. And scuttered. I had never read that word before.
No, no, my dear. Poor little creature. Don't run away.
Sean, she stinks. Don't touch her. Oh, wait, that was number 3. Whoops. We're gonna be 2 now,
Came to crush the party, little urchin. You hungry?
Oh, I accidentally made them different voices. Oh. Your stomach gave a low growl. Oh, you really do be giving yourself away, though. She was always hungry, it seemed, no matter how much or how little she ate. Encouraged by the kindness the Marquise had shown her, the girl teetered toward their table. You setting yourself up. You setting yourself up.
What are you selling?
Look at this poor creature. Is she selling roses? These are all ugly ones. Gee, you really gotta tell her like that? But not as appeasing, not as appealing as the rag she's covered herself in. Are you trying your best to be this repulsive? Oi!
Rich Lady 3 going hard.
Don't be mean, Antoinette.
Oh yeah, Rich Lady 1, you tell her.
Perhaps it's the common of fashion. Don't judge.
At least she trying. She really trying.
They laughed while gawking at her and her wares.
Oh, they're not. Oh, you suck, Rich Lady 1.
Oh my.
Oh, whoops. That was the greatest oh my I've ever given in my entire life.
Oh my, she only has one eye.
Yeah, but not because of any accident or anything. She took that eye out herself. I'm still not sure why.
Ghastly. But strange, isn't it? It's like you can't look away.
The other lady nodded her head.
Like those freaks at the carnivals, you mean? Exactly. She's darling in her own dirty, monstrous way.
You really gotta call her a monster? That's so rude. I mean, they're already being hella rude, though.
Maybe we can keep it.
Aw, you going too hard, Rich Lady 2.
Hello, do you want some bread, urchin?
Oh, she look a little like angry.
Well, speak up. If your tongue is short, add that to the list of her sterling qualities. I completely forgot what the voice I did for First Lady 3. Like, it's been a while.
Oh, she's sad again. I do be loving this art, though.
If you want the food, let us hear you speak. Yes, madam.
I'm so sorry.
What? Yes, madam. I would be grateful. One of the ladies clapped in mockery at her reply.
Oh, she talks.
The ladies handed her the bread.
At least they gave her the bread. Jeez. But it was snatched away before her fingers grazed it.
Oh! Not before you dance for us first.
I'd be like, you know what, lady? No, you keep your bread.
I'll make her do a handstand. I've seen a street performer do that once. Quite marvelous.
You're literally being so mean to this girl for no reason in the middle of this rich party. Like, somebody sees this, and it just is not saying anything.
Now I'd like to see that. This party is getting quite boring. Well, come on, little freak. Dance for your food.
Oh, I don't know. That was like a Jersey accent on accident, or like that was like a New York accent on accident. Rich Lady 3 just getting the worst.
The girl looked at the beautiful, cruel faces of the women. That look on them. It was familiar. A burning desire to hurt someone simply because they could. Before they touched her and hurt her, they had that look burning in their eyes. Aw, look at what you did, Claudette. She's shivering like a leaf, poor thing. The lady laughed as she spoke.
I didn't do anything.
She should be grateful for even offering you this much.
The bread for tricks and stuff.
The girl moved away as they laughed. Mother, please. Mother. Didn't I tell you that? Haven't I taught you this?
Oh, whoops. I slipped into 2 on accident. My bad.
Didn't I talk to you this time and again? People are cruel. Now you see it firsthand. Hey there! Nope, that's a girl. My bad. A child's voice called out from behind her. It belonged to a girl around 7 with chubby cheeks and a curious look in her eyes. She can be pretty though. Like, I love her hair. That's kind of cute. She wore an old blue dress, somewhat patched at the corners, but kept clean and tidy. She was not rich, but she had an air as if she owned the ground she stood on. Confidence. Another commoner. This party is absolutely teeming with them. The Marquis loved these things. Maybe I should get myself one too. Do you think it is fashionable abroad, in his birth country? Ooh, he ain't from there. Of course he's not from there. Persia. No, I heard he was from India. Isn't he a bastard son of a Greek queen? Oh, this dude sounds like Gatsby. Goodness, that was just a rumor. I could barely pronounce his Christian name, though. What the heck is a Christian name? Is that Christian or Christian? I can't ever tell, honestly. He really ought to change it to something more acceptable. Rich lady too do be the worst of the three though. Who knows what kind of demons you might attract with such a blasphemous name? Oh, was that a thing? Did they think your name? Oh, she's looking angry. I just noticed it. She'd still be looking sad though. Is that what it was? That a thing? You thought your name would attract like angels or demons? That's so fascinating. Oh, it must be why all these horrid little creatures flock around him. You do it too much. They all do it too much. Demon or not, I'll forgive him if he kisses my hand. The ladies laughed. You cheeky tramp, aren't you shameless? I'm very sorry that changed dramatically, but I'm not. Don't lie, we all know why you're here. The ladies gossiped among themselves, openly ignoring the girl. The young girl took the sliding with a shrug. She approached the table and asserted her presence. What you doing? They don't take a hint, do they? That's kind of better. I wish you could do that again. There is something shiny. It might distract them. Hey, you've been holding that bread for a long time. Aren't you gonna give it to her? She pointed at the shabby rose vendor. Why do you care? Do you want the bread for yourself? I know. Maybe you should toss the bread and see if they'll fight for it. Oh my gosh. The ladies laughed again. Did her face change again? I don't even know, but like she looks even more sad. The girl's brows furrowed in understanding. What is that? Next thing everyone knew, she had swiped the bread from the woman's hand. Oh wait. What? What? Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's smiling though. I love that. Horrible, filthy girl. Give that back. Hope you can afford more bread. You won't be fine. The girl sniffed the piece of bread and nibbled at the surface. Yummy. It's still warm. I completely forgot this girl's voice. She shoved the bread in the urchin's mouth. Oh, even the story goes on urchin. The scrumptious set of bread flooded the rose girl's nose. Look at it. The sugared butter tastes good.
No, you devil child, give that back. Sorry, I can't do Lady Lauren's voice anymore for some reason. I do be trying though. The urchin licked her. Her tongue was coated in spice. She stood there, squeezing the taste in her tongue. The girl grinned at her, and she couldn't help but grin back. Oh, I love her. Sorry, here you go. It's all yours. Ugh, disgusting. Like, more do you tell anything that bit in your filthy mouths? Why are you asking for it? Wow, so this is ours now? You ladies are so nice. Cheeky little brat. I'll have you thrown out of this party. I'll have you... Ow. Oh, shit. That's Marquise. I think... A young man strode with commotion, and the ladies curtsied self-consciously. The rose girl felt her mouth well up. Oh, she's got a lot. A sweet flowery taste filled her tongue, like jasmine tea spiked with wine. What's the what? The girl swallowed. Oh, she blushing again. I think this is Marquise. I like vaguely remember. What a strange effect he had. Nope. Who the heck is this dude? Oh wait, this is him, right? I don't know. Anyway, Guillaume. Is his name Guillaume? Because he's got like the 2 L's in guillotine, but if he's from India, I don't know. Guillaume? Guillaume? I'm gonna call him Guillaume. Ladies. That's too deep. Ladies. We're gonna try that. Oh, Lord Guillaume. I'm very sorry. I think he runs anymore. Oh, Lord Guillaume. I figured it out. I just came to check in on my lovely guests. Is everything alright? Are you enjoying yourselves? I'm trying to act like I'm subconsciously slipping in like some like British, stereotypical British accent in there, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to keep that out of there because he's apparently not from Britain. I think they're in Britain. I don't know, or France. He's just not from Britain, I think. I'm very sorry if you can hear that. The rose girl cowered behind the little girl. One of the ladies flicked her fan with obvious annoyance. Well, these little beasts have been harassing us. Yeah, right. I like this girl. What's her name? Yes, my lord. We were just minding our own business when this girl swiped the food off our table. Get over it. Horrible. Simply horrible. The girl stuck out her tongue at them. One of the ladies wailed. The childish, like, I love how they call her, like, this one lady's like childish. The actual child was like, suck it. See? Look at that. One, you probably ate a pumpkin, but I got your voice down.
It's absolutely monstrous how these children act around adults now. There is no respect. Misere. I worry for the next generation.
I think they're France. Missouri. It's a French word, I think.
Oh, Charlotte, don't cry. We would all breathe a little easier if those children were sent on their way, my lord.
He's keeping a smile this whole time, though. Yes. Who knows what kind of mischief they might be up to? Oh. What if they're here to steal our jewelry? It would have been gone by now. Fox, I think my pocket watch is missing. Oh, I hate that. I hate that the moms when they do something like that. Where it's just like, I don't like you. I'm gonna tell everybody that you stole something, or that you maybe stole something. No! How unfortunate.
It is misery. Oh, whoops. It is misery. 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 I don't know. I'm done trying. It is unfortunate how you allow your important guests to be treated this way. Whoops.
I was supposed to place my voice higher and I accidentally dropped it. Please deal with these vermin. Throw them out now. Oh, sweet ladies, I am stricken with grief at your misfortune. Allow me to offer my heartfelt apologies. Unfortunately, this child is in fact my important guest today. Meanwhile, you ladies are, sad to say, mere gate crashers. I love that. I love that the most.
Excuse me.
Madame Charlotte Montpellier. I don't remember sending you an invitation. Save for you, Lady Antoinette Burns and Lady Claudette of Lyon. Most people I invite are huge patrons of music. That is why they are here today. They came to listen to Mademoiselle Catherine Lois. That can't be Lois. They're in France, sorry. Mademoiselle Catherine Louise Perry. She's the 7-year-old piano prodigy who played for the Queen last summer. The man pointed at the girl, busy chewing her half of the bread. I love this. I love this face so much. The Rose Girl just stared at the unfolding situation. Well, that's... But I'm sure you were aware of that, yes. No matter. I am always happy to see you, ladies. It is my pleasure to have you. But I hope you don't mind giving some of the food away to my townsmen. That is why I keep my deeds open. My servants are instructed to serve anyone who passes by, not just my guests. This dude, he sounds okay, but I am also, I don't know, everybody be shady, so I'm a little sus about it, but he seemed okay.
But
Oh, don't fret, darlings. There will be plenty more food left for you. The ladies read it in embarrassment. Ugh. Excuse me. She really be hiding them. The Marquise walked up to the two girls. The Rose Girl's heart beat so fast it made her dizzy. She had never been this close to her. Oh, she really been crushing from afar. I have been there. Rose Girl. Her stomach tightened in knots as Mother's voice screamed in her ears to leave. I mean, you kinda already there, though. You might as well just stick around. Miss Catherine, your father has been looking for you. It is almost time for your performance. The girl looked up at the Marquise and did a little courtesy. My apologies, sire. Oh, wait, where did I have her? My apologies, sire. I didn't mean to cause a clatter. I mean, I guess I could leave her there. Where is that, actually? My apologies. I could have her a little higher right here, little ball of hair. Gillamy? Chuckled. I saw the whole thing, little miss. You put those ladies in their place. They were being mean to her. Gillamy narrowed his eyes at the quiet girl. She hid behind her basket of roses. I've seen you before, haven't I? The Rose Girl nodded and made a curtsy. I
deliver roses to your house sometime, sire. Yes! No, oh, whoops. Yes, I remember. The rose girl blushed. I love your roses, madam. They stay fresh longer than they should. You've tended to them with love.
Have you ever heard that actually? Where if somebody gives you a rose, if it dies immediately, like it's not like they don't love you that much or something like that. It's not a superstition, but it's a little like tale, I guess. So if a rose lasts for a really long time, then like they really love you, or there was real love. Yeah, pretty much like that.
I like that little idea, I suppose. Thank you, sire. Do you have a name, young lady?
She's like, I. Oh, whoops.
Um, what's the matter? It is all right. You don't have to force yourself. Let's call her Rosa. Rosa. It fits her. I think she forgot her name. Or lost it. The Marquise nodded. Indeed. Names are quite flimsy things. Never really thought about that.
That's true though.
Are you right? Are you alright with that, Rosa? Yes. Come on, Rosa. You'll watch me play, right? Her eyes darted from the girl to the Marquise. Oh, what Gilly doesn't mind. Gilly. He's really nice to me and my family. And he helps the people around town too. He won't throw you out. The Marquise had held his right hand in the air as if swearing an oath. I won't.
I've been there before. Got thrown out at the end of it. Anyway, sorry. that's unfortunate.
See? Come on. You're invited now. You're my special guest.
There's plenty of food inside too, Rosa. Please help yourself.
Thank you, sire.
Rosa's coming! Yay! But then Catherine's cheerful face broke into a frown.
Actually, the girl looked up to the Marquise. I ran away because I'm a bit nervous.
Oh?
I've only ever played my piano in private gatherings, inside houses and such. Now there's a whole bunch of people.
Catherine scratched her head.
What if I make a mistake? Papa will be very upset. The Marquise knelt in front of Catherine and patted her shoulder reassuringly. Don't worry, little miss. If you play to touch your audience's hearts, any mistake won't matter. Do you understand? Catherine stared up at him. Not really. The man chuckled. How about this? Imagine everyone in the audience is asleep, except for one. That one special person is listening to you. So perform as if you want to make that person smile. Guillaume held Catherine's clear young eyes in his gaze. Do well, my lady. He gave her hand a little peck. It was covered with sticky sugar and breadcrumbs. Catherine blushed, embarrassed by the state of her fingers. Somebody special. The young man led her to the stage. Are you ready? Yes. Catherine trudged up the wooden podium and walked toward the middle of the stage. The crowd's chatter died down. Claire seated in front of the audience and waved to the crowd. Ooh, this is a cute picture too. She sat down in front of the piano, admiring the cream and ebony keys beneath her fingers. Her own piano was broken and beaten. Father had sold his horse for it. The A3 key never played, and the strings would creak when it was cold. But it had never failed her. She knew the keys like they were her own fingers. She whispered to the new piano softly, as if coaxing a beautiful, untamed animal. "Let's be friends, okay?" She saw Rosa at the far end of the podium, watching her dignantly. The Marquis settled in his chair in front of the audience. He gave the girl an encouraging nod. A song that would make someone smile. Huh. Her face reddened and she broke into a shy grin. There was a renewed vigor in her blood. She could hear the keys calling out to her. Somebody special. She placed her fingers on the keys. She began to play. At the ring of the first few notes, it became apparent to the audience that the girl was exceptional. Here was a little girl, barely tall enough to reach the pedals of the piano, playing as if she owned it. There were times she'd miss a note or two, but that didn't matter. She played the song wholeheartedly, and everyone could tell it was so. Tell it as so. Her skillful fingers caressed the keys as if she was making a flower crown, carefully weaving the petals. She knew the correct way to tie the leaves so they wouldn't tear, like all small little girls did. As the piano sang under her hands, Catherine disappeared right in front of the audience's eyes. She was just a vision after all, somebody leading them down a dream of a garden, the springtime, the shade of a tree, a winter day. The couples in the audience tightened their grip on the hands of their partners. Some closed their eyes and let the music saturate their soul. Sweet memories of youth, a first love, the yawn of a newborn. Rosa's eyes shone as she stared at Catherine. Her heart was captured by this image of her, a young girl swaying her head to the music, smiling as the notes poured out of her. She couldn't take her eye away from Catherine's glowing face. Was this happiness? Was this love? She looked like she was in love. And she was, wasn't she? In her innocence, she was still in love with life. In love with her family, with her pets. In love with every new discovery. She was full of hope. It was a bittersweet feeling for Rosa. A sweet teardrop rolled down her cheek. A happy teardrop rolled down her cheek. I have no idea how that's sweet. She wanted to warm herself in that hope, if she could. In the audience, Guillaume and Catherine's father sat beside each other. Sire Pirate, your daughter is amazing. Okay, I need an old man voice. Okay. She is, isn't she? That's horrible. That was really bad. Oh no. She is, isn't she? Please hold on to that. I mean, pardon my arrogance, my liege. I am proud. I am a very proud father, you see. No pardon necessary, sire. Has she found a sponsor yet? The Duke of Versailles once spoke to me about it, but we have not made any arrangements. Then I must steal her away as soon as possible. Sire, I'd like to be Catherine's primary sponsor, if that is alright with you. Why, sire, and to further cement my status, that piano she is playing right now, it is hers. I bought it for her. Francoise. I think that's how you pronounce it. Francoise's eyes widened in astonishment. That is... Francois gulped. That is beyond generous, sire. Guillaume smiled. I'm aware it's quite bold of me to ask you outright, but I felt compelled to grab the opportunity.
After all, the Duke might offer you an extravagant piano plated in gold. In that case, I have no choice but to humbly concede. What? I'm kidding. The Duke of Versailles is the worst miser you will ever meet. The men chuckled. Of course, I shall be paying for her musical tutoring as required, along with an ample stipend to accommodate your family. Ah, you don't have to look so surprised, Miss Sophia. Your daughter is a star. Geniuses like her only appear once or twice a century. There is no doubt in my mind that she will succeed. Thank you deeply, my liege. Let me remind you, this generosity isn't without charge. Her tutoring will be done at my house. I want to monitor her progress. Apart from that, I very much like Catherine to visit the chateau and play from time to time. Music is one of my true passions. Her presence would benefit my mood tenfold. Of course, sire. That is a little price to pay for all your offers. On the contrary, Miss Sire, what does that word mean? You know what? I'm sorry, I have to Google this. It's bothering me that I don't know what this word means or how to pronounce it. I've never seen that word before, but apparently it's like common in this script, so. Messiah. Meaning. Let's go with meaning first. Oh, it means sir. What? How do you even pronounce this? Oh, it's Monsieur. Oh, I'm so dumb. Monsieur. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't get it. I guess I've never seen it spelled before. Monsieur. That makes sense now that I can see it and know that. You don't have to decide now. Kindly think about it. Well, I say yeah. Thank you, my lord. Oh, that was weird. I'm very sorry. Sire, is it Seer? Seer. It's Seer. I've been saying sire. Oh my gosh, is anybody? Oh no. How did you sit through this? How did you sit through this? Seer Gulimir. Oh no. After the performance, Catherine and Rosa went to the Marquis's garden to play. Francois and Guillemire lingered on their table, sorting out the details of Catherine's further education. Emily wandered around the crowd, searching for a familiar face. She had arrived halfway through Catherine's performance, just in time to gush at her little sister's applause. Unfortunately, she couldn't find her father in the crowd. When she finally caught sight of the back of his head, she approached him hastily. Father, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. I'm not going to be able to maintain that voice. Emily stopped as she saw the man her father was talking to. It was none other but the Marquis himself. Everybody in love with him, dude. She fixed her hair self-consciously and curtsied. My lord, pardon my intrusion, I didn't realize. Guillemette smiled at her kindly. You are free to intrude any time, my lady. Emily smiled back. Just as Rumor said, the Marquis was easy on the eyes. To whom do I owe the pleasure of your acquaintance? Oh, I don't think that's what he said. I'm sorry. I just realized it didn't really make sense. This is my eldest daughter, Emily. Pardon me for not introducing her sooner. Sean. Guillemette offered her a seat. Emily sat down across the man. Well, it seems talent and good looks run in your family. Ooh, he really be like flirting though. French Ross scratched his Yes, my daughters are my pride and joy. Thankfully, they both took after their mother. Surely not, Monsieur Pride. Pierre. I see earnest strength in her eyes. That much she has taken after you. Emily snorted at such cliche words. She really snorted. I love that. Her father was clearly basking in the compliments. If this really was the famous Guillaume the rumors talked about, then he wasn't exactly much of a charmer, was he? He was no troubadour, nor was he a poet. Troubadour. I don't know what that means, but I've heard that before. She didn't know what all the fuss was about. The ladies in the house she worked for could not seem to stop talking about this man. Admittedly, there was something morbidly curious about the way he looked at people. He came off vague and distracted, seemed incapable to offer words beyond that were expected of him. I'm pleased to have finally met you, sire. Sir? I'm probably gonna keep making that mistake. I've heard a lot about you on my travels. All good things, I hope. Depends on the tabloid and the day of the week. Emily thought to herself as she chuckled. Her face, I see. I don't know if you caught it, but her face did look like kind of scary. You are a governess, I was told. Where do you work? With the Dimitri household, sire. Alright, it's official. It's sire now. Ah, yes, I heard you were marrying into the family soon. Oh, father. I told you not to tell anybody yet. I didn't. But you know how people talk. Word travels fast. Pardon the comment then. Please. Your betrothed is a lucky man, I'm sure. The conversation endured through the afternoon. Small talk about musical composers in their little town. Catherine's musical background, fellow students, and his work. Emily played with a napkin, offering droll opinions on equally droll topics. All throughout the exchange, Emily observed the infamous Marquis de Gouges. This was him? The audacious, shameless flirt of the royal court? According to the rumors, he was able to bed both the widowed Countess of Devonshire and her daughter. Oh, snap! Ooh! At the same... Oh, sorry, my mind probably peaked there. At the same time? Oh, no! I'm kind of low-key wish you could see me right now, because, like, I feel like my face would be funny. And even had a tumultuous relationship with the Prince of Garnet. Oh, snap, he a bi boy? Oh, that sounded weird. No, I mean, he's bi. Oh! He didn't limit himself to royalty, or so the tabloid said. His latest fling was with an English poet, who they say almost killed him when he was caught with another man. Oh! Or woman. At this point, who knew what was real and what was a blatant lie made up by the newspaper? She had looked forward to meeting him, and here he was, finally, talking about sampling the new bakery's creme brulee. Emily sighed. She couldn't say she was disappointed exactly. The rumors couldn't all be true. But the Marquis was a depressingly normal man. Maybe even boring, Emily ventured. She watched as his gaze flickered across her hair and her nose before lazily trailing away. How infuriating. Any moment now, he will say something coy. Something outrageous. something shamefully, long after Emily fantasized about this, the infamous Marquis de Coligny attempted to woo her. Emily, period, I don't know. And she, a reasonable woman, would scold him and put him in his place. This shameless flirt whom everyone adored. That would be a small victory for sensible women everywhere. But regrettably, the Marquis was nothing but polite. He did not honor. He did not touch unnecessarily. No audacious gestures or suggestive winks of the eye. He would not even look at her for more than 2 seconds. Maybe she was not pretty enough to flirt with. Emily bit her lip. She shouldn't be thinking that. But there were also times that he would quietly look into her eyes when the conversation was low. When the words spoken were without meaning, their eyes would converse further. To Emily, he'd stared till he started to look lonely underneath the facade of caprice. He seemed tired of all the gallivanting, the rumors, and the numerous flings. We are all a little lonely, aren't we? Perhaps even he. He invited the family over to his chateau and commented on how empty the building felt sometimes. Music was his guilty pleasure. It got him through the cold nights, he said, with a sad grin. How he wouldn't mind a warm soul to touch. And before she could stop herself, Emily had begun to imagine his lips on her neck. Oh, she's doing it to herself. On one of those cold nights. I don't know what those flashes were, but those were interesting. Emily shook her head, trying to erase the thoughts in her mind. She'd be blushing. They were having a perfectly mundane conversation. What is wrong with me? She didn't know where those thoughts came from. Fortunately, her father didn't. Miss Emily, your face is flushed. Are you all right? I'm fine, just the sun, I suppose. If you'd like, you can rest inside the chateau. I'll have someone attend to her. No, that's unnecessary. Papa! I forgot her voice. Hold on, let me see if I can get it back. Papa! Catherine came bounding up to the huddle. Emily sighed gratefully at her sister's distraction. The little girl ran towards Francois, flinging her arms around his torso, chattering happily about gardens and butterflies. A young ragged girl followed behind her. Emily wasn't sure how old the girl was. Her dirty blonde hair hid the left side of her face. The left side? What? I thought she took out her right eye. Was it her left eye? Dang, I don't remember. I love how it takes so long to read these that the music stops because it ran out. You could see the faint traces of scars peeking through. A surge of motherly affection caught hold of her heart. Hello there, young lady. The girl looked down at her toes, but she gave her a shy smile. I see you've made a crown of flowers. You look very pretty. Oh, I wanted to see this crown of flowers. Thank you, miss. Catherine gave it to me. Sister, this is Rosa. She's really nice. She knows the name of all the flowers in Lord Gilly's garden. Catherine, there you go again with your silly names. Sister, help me convince Papa to let Rosa stay with us. Oh, she really put him on the spot. Catherine. Papa, please let her stay with us. She doesn't have anywhere to go. Catherine, that is not very nice. You did just expose her. She probably doesn't have anywhere to go, but you did just expose her. And then put him on the spot. Rosa is a girl. She's not a kitten you can pluck from the street and take home like you always do. Whoop. He's speaking facts, though. Goodness knows, we have all the stray cats of France living in our house. Oh, you still got them? Yes, I know she's not a kitten. I know she's a girl. But shouldn't we take her home even more so? Francois sighed. Guillaume chuckled under his breath. Your daughter has some very unique views, sire. Period. His name is Period now. Period. I think it's Period. I think I said that already, but I just forgot to say it more. Well, Lord Gilly, what do you think? Huh? He do be like, oh, and like, huh? So much. Gullimer's face. I keep calling him Gullimer. He's now Gullimer. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. So, that's who I'm talking. This be who I'm talking about when I say Gullimer. Or Gullimer. I feel like it's Gullimer. It's probably Gullimy. I don't know. He'll figure it out, I'm sure. Face lost his casual bystander look. You're a Marquise. I'm sure my father would follow your orders, right? Shouldn't we take Rosa home? Gullimer's brows furrowed at being put on the spot so suddenly. He stole a glance at Francois, who gave him an imploring look. It was clearly not the first time this conversation had happened. Gullimer cleared his throat. Well, I'm sure it's up to your father, since he owns the house. Your father works hard to clothe and feed you and your sister. And now he would have to do that for Rosa, too. That would be a burden to your father, right? Oh, okay, I mean, you got a point, but, like, you basically just said that she a burden. And she do be crushing on you. And you do be having money. I mean, I see your point, but, like, poor Rosa, like... Iron money? The queen gave me lots last time. Father said you'd give me lots today, too. Francois blushed furiously. Catherine! You've given this some thought, I see. Yes, I've got it all figured out. Catherine pumped her fists energetically. Ever since sister moved out to work, nobody minds the house anymore. I have to wash the dishes every time. Ugh. Papa's so busy, he's rarely at home. There's always enough food for me. If Rosa stays, then we can play together. She'll wear sister's old clothes and will mind the house when both sister and father are away. She can wash the dishes sometimes, and I'll wash them sometimes. Gullimer and Francois shared. She really do be thinking about it, like, she kind of thought everything. And besides, if it were up to me, I'd have people take one girl home in their house and give her food. Girls don't even eat that much. Oh shoot, I just remembered I have food that I need to put in the fridge. Or eat. I'm probably actually just gonna eat it. It wasn't that good, to be honest. Anyway, I always get sidetracked. I'm sorry. One time, I ate one whole plate of potatoes and my stomach hurt. If Rosa was there, I wouldn't have eaten so much. Maybe. Gullimer snickered. Francois rubbed his neck in embarrassment. Ah, Catherine, please. Father, won't you allow it? Emily patted her father's shoulder, whispering quietly in his ear. I think Catherine needs a friend. She's always alone ever since I left. Taking Rosa in wouldn't be much trouble for us financially, yes? My new work pays better. I'm sure we can manage. Well, about that. Perhaps if Rosa works in my household, it wouldn't be much of a burden to your family. Sire Pereid. You really just offered her, like, you talking about her like she ain't even there. Nobody asked her what she wanna do. You just be like, I can give you a job now, and like, sorry. Wow, Lord Gilly is awesome. Ah, that would be a wonderful gesture, sire. Is that what he said? Not at all. It would be obvious that Catherine is taken to the girl. It is obvious that Catherine is taken to the girl. And I am always looking for good and honest workers. Rosa, you don't mind taking care of me from now on, do you? She'd be like, living the dream! Although if she were to stay with us, her situation still worries me, sire. What about her family? Or her friends? The girl was quiet the whole time. She was looking at her toes. Or at Catherine. Rosa, do you have any family, relatives, or friends you stay with? No, sire. My mother died a long time ago. She still haunts your brain, though. But she guides me always. Okay. I mean, yes, but like, okay. So please don't be compelled to mind me. No! Don't go back to the streets, Rosa. It's September. It's going to get cold soon. Lord Gilly will even give you work. Stay with us. But Catherine. Francois sighed in surrender. Alright, she can stay with us. Papa! But just for tonight. Then we'll see if she wants to stay for longer. But... Francois held his daughter's shoulders. See here, Catherine. You cannot hold people in their place just because you want them there. I mean fair. Do you understand? If Rosa wants to leave, she may leave. You cannot keep her like an object just because you like her. That is sound advice here, period. Yes, Papa, I understand. Rosa, please make yourself comfortable in our home. Thank you. Papa's the best. Catherine turned to Guillemere again. Lord Gilly, don't you think if everyone with a house takes one person home, nobody would freeze in winter? You should make it into a law. They'll obey you because you're a marquise. I mean, you really shouldn't be forcing people to take another person into the Anyway. Different times. And because you're tall. Because you're tall. Oh, but that factor, everybody should just listen to me. Yeah, okay, never mind, she got a point. Guillemere chuckled. Ah, is that why? Well, you're taller than my papa, at least. He'll never be a marquise. Francois pulled on his daughter's ear with embarrassment. Catherine, shh, that's enough from you. Guillemere shook his head good-naturedly, his eyes trailing over the period family. Emily watched him curiously. That same sadness once again surfaced for the briefest moment. Well, he probably don't have a family, or like a caring one like hers, like Catherine's. You have a lovely family, sire. I'm quite jealous. Oh yeah, I was right. You make me want to settle down myself. Someday. Oh, you already talking about kids? Is that gonna be important in the story? He chuckled. Maybe. Emily's heart skipped a beat. Did he look at her when he said that? Was it her imagination? Catherine is a wonderful girl. It is one of the reasons why I'm very interested in her. Invested in her. That makes a lot more sense. Interested in that context. Not friendly. Oh, that's a cute picture. Guillemere knelt down so that he was eye to eye with Catherine. He patted her head. You are a very intelligent and kind-hearted girl, Catherine. You are a star. Someday I know you will change the world. At least I'd like to see you try. Mother? Oi! Did she hang herself? Okay. Help me. My chest. I can't breathe. No. Can't. Catherine! I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna have to actually censor that. Oh wait, Kate, chapter 2. I don't wanna. Hold on. How do I pause this thing? Okay, I don't know how to pause it. So I'm gonna save. Um, and then we're gonna exit.
Thank you for watching. I know that got a little dark at the end. Believe me, I was surprised as well. I did not know we were going there so quickly. I knew it was kind of dark, but I didn't know we were going to be there already. Anyway, hope you enjoyed something about this video, and I I need a new video editor. The one that I'm using absolutely sucks and is quite very annoying, which is why this video came out like 4 days later than it was supposed to. And so if you have any video editing suggestions for these types of videos in general, I suppose, leave them down below. As long as it's not DaVinci, because DaVinci refuses to work with me. So there's that. Also, I am 93% sure that already filmed the second chapter, and I'm 93% sure that I don't have my mic on. So fingers crossed that I do have my mic. Sorry, excuse me. That I did have my mic on for that whole thing, because I high key don't want to do it again. It's not as genuine if I do it again. But yeah. Anyway, thank you. And if you'd like to see more of these, they are coming.